Hey Scorpio, Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and as of today, the day that I'm filming this, Mars is now in Gemini, and your thoughts are dangerously close to becoming your actions. So you gotta slow the fuck down, baby. Slow down. That's the rub. Not only slow down, like you have to slow down, and you are being slowed down. Let's get into it. Fine, I hate this fucking thing. It drives me fucking up a wall. Hi, Scorpio. Yeah, Mars and Gemini. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024, baby. Yes, finally into a fire sign and a fire season. So hydrate all summer long. Hydrate right now. Light it if you got it. I just got this big urge to smoke weed, but I have a FaceTime date tonight, so I can't get all stony the way I would like to. Are you feeling like dissociating? Are you feeling like interested in, you may be like really tempted to get out of your head. I feel like Mars and Gemini is a sign of I think. So you're going to be motivated to fucking think, aka overthink, overanalyze some shit that probably doesn't need to be overanalyzed or overthought. So there's that. And Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is really asking you to reevaluate your relationship to hopes, to wishes, to your friends, to the company that you keep, the caliber of people that you surround yourself with. I feel like you need to spread out. I don't know. There's something about just like man spreading. I'm just kidding. Like, giving yourself space, taking the space that you need. So you can really observe yourself and call yourself out. You know, it's time. Welcoming in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned energy and messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024, baby. So it's Leo season. I just really feel like getting it fucking done. Like just moving quickly, moving fast. But like I said before, you're being slowed down. And it would be very beneficial for you to slow down and make sure that you're not overthinking, that you're merging your intuition with your logic, that you're accessing your logic and your intuition before you make a decision. Okay, here we go. Mars showing up. First thing to be clarified on the selenite throne, I feel like, is your relationship to your aggression, your relationship to your father, your relationship to authority, your relationship to discipline, structure. Can you create a plan and can you stick to it? Are you or someone around you being a fucking tyrant? What's going on with your anger? You're needing to check emotional impulsivity. You're needing to really tune in to emotional regulation. I also feel like when it comes to like your health, checking in with your regularity, you know what I mean? How often you're going. There could just be some stuff that needs to be worked out when it comes to like your gut health and healing your gut biome. There could be headaches. This is Mars, is Aries energy. Aries rules the head. So there could be just like, some of you are thinking about rhinoplasty. Some of you are thinking about plastic surgery. Some of you are thinking about going on some cosmetic procedure, and I would really, really be careful about who you're going to, making sure that they're board certified. Also, do you really need this? Read psychocybernetics before you get any plastic surgery. Um, what's going on with your relationship to discipline and structure? What's going on with reliability? There may be somebody with Aries placements that you're feeling a distance from, or you're having like arguments with, or not agreeing with. There could be some of you are estranged or distanced from your father, and I feel like an olive branch is being extended either by you or by them, and you need to consider it. You need to let yourself uh, consider how to heal that, how to purge animosity and anger out of your body, out of your thought processes, out of your thoughts in general. There won't be this prolonged anger if you address whatever the fuck has pissed you off. Some of you are really losing faith in your father, really losing faith in someone who is in some kind of authority figure. Let's keep going for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2024. You like my nails? I think they match. Anyway. Like, treat yourself. Ooh, the Hierophant coming out. Emperor is number 4. The Hierophant is number 5. You are the first sign to get 2 major arcana so far. So I feel like in the beginning of Leo season, there is a lot of redirection for you. Redirection in regards to your anger, your physical, spiritual, sexual energy, and also a need to understand like what's keeping you from the next level. Some of you need to educate yours. Also, this could involve like a religious figure. I mean, the Hierophant is a depiction of the Pope. So it could be a Pope, a priest. This makes me think about something specific. I'm not going to name any names, but I feel like you know who you are when I say this. You, my girl, I love you. But your dad and that priest are still kicking it, are still going to be in cahoots. You need to pull away from people who don't believe you in regards to this, or don't protect you, or don't show up in a protective capacity. I feel like some of you are finally like kind of disillusioned, are really struggling with your connection to men, your belief of men, and the root of it is your father. It's some of you are about to get married, some of you are engaged, some of you are being celebrated. You may meet a partner or a potential partner at a gathering, at a party, at some kind of a social event possibly, and there's something around maybe really like suspicious and studying somebody or curious about somebody. There may be somebody that's like a lawyer or a judge or a moral authority or a spiritual leader in some sort of way, that's really influencing your decisions or really catching your eye in some sort of a way. There could be like a falling out between you and a belief system. Pluto is in Aquarius. Aquarius is hope, wishes, friends, community, friends in higher places. And go check out the Leo season astrology video that is up. It's going to give you all the important astrological transit dates. And there's just something there around like you have the keys. Center of the reading is the 10 of Wands. This could be burnout. This could be someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that you're really struggling with, or that's bringing up the darkness out of you. Making sure that you're not afraid to face your fears, that you're not afraid to go it alone. Some of you are leaving relationships. Some of you are exiting engagements. Some of you are exiting marriages. Some of you are really burnt out by planning a wedding or planning events, possibly. Some of you are leaving your church, leaving your community, going to different readers, going to different, like some of you are very curious about different spiritual beliefs, and you need to be. I feel like you've got to find some way to access hope and faith and belief. There's a brand new cycle in how you express your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. There may be somebody with Leo, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's distancing themselves from you or is moving away. It's important this season. We're in a fire season to establish what is of value. Like if you were to leave and to take everything with you, what is of value? What can't you do without? What can you give away? What can you live without? And what can't you live without? What is essential and needs to be brought with you in this new cycle, in this new chapter? Some of you are having healing experiences when it comes to your sexual energy, healing experiences when it comes to faith and religion and your father, healing experiences, or it doesn't be your father, it could be like a father figure. It could be a boss or someone of some kind of authority. I'm excited to clarify this over on Patreon. I'll tell you that. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Me and my ethical cult go in and we clarify all these cards and discuss. And so I hope to see you over there. There's no Kool-Aid. Calm down. For free shit, though, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Over there, you can book a personal reading, or you can just DM me. So let's keep going for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 4, 5, 10. This Emperor reverse lets me also know that you guys are still really guarded. I feel like there's something with like your armor being revealed. See how like the first thing you can see from this perspective is their armor. I feel like you're not getting enough grounding. You need to have like your feet in the grass. You need to be reevaluating your defense mechanisms. Some of you need to armor up when you're dealing with this authority figure or this tyrant or this mean person, when you're dealing with your father, or whenever you go to speak this truth to a father figure or a boss or whoever this person is representing. You need to make sure that you are protected, that you are that your defenses are just right, not too high, not too low, but there is something there about like your relationship to your armor. Can people get to you? Are you inaccessible? I also feel like some of you are in hella codependent relationships, and it's like fucking with your social life. It's fucking with your ability to like interact with other people. It's also going to fuck with your the long term or the longevity of your relationship if you don't start doing things more independently and going your own way and getting back into the things that you really enjoy doing. It's just like if you spend all your time up under somebody, eventually your friends are going to fall off and like not pick up when you call or not invite you to the thing that you would have loved to be invited to. Some of your friends don't want to do everything with you and your partner. Some of your friends just want time with just you. That could be a thing too. With the the Hierophant coming out, I also feel like there's something about putting energy into education, putting energy into schooling. What's going on with your relationship to conformity? What's going on with your relationship to doing things the like traditional way? Possibly. Are you getting back into being more traditional, or are you, after being in this kind of alternative kind of lifestyle for a while? Page of Swords reverse. Stop snooping. Stop looking at that person. Stop looking at their account. Stop getting other people to look at their story, getting other people to, or making fake accounts or what. Stop snooping on stuff, because where your attention goes, you grow that thing. So if you keep putting your energy into looking at people you're not supposed to be looking at, or talking to people you're not supposed to be talking to, or whatever, you're going to end up growing something that you don't want to grow. So be real careful. Final card, final message. The Page of Swords also says there may be some like petty conversations that cause you to go in very different directions when it comes to the company that you keep and who you hang out with and what you explore. I also feel like some of you are spending way too much time on social media when you should be educating yourself or should be acting on these new ideas that you've had, or acting on some of the ideas that you've had in general. Be careful of how much time you're spending on social media. Some of you are not using social media to your advantage the way that you're supposed to. So I just feel like evaluate your relationship to to media in general. Are you watching too much TV? Are you isolating? Should you be reading books? Like, what's going on there? Are you just numbing yourself out? Are you just escaping in some sort of way? Final card. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Nice. You get your shit together. All right. And if you get your shit together, your friends will come around. The quality of your friends will come around. But what came out after that was the Fool, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So the Fool's going to be on the bottom of the deck. Final card is the Queen of Swords. So 2 major arcana and 2 court cards, which says that this season there is some divine redirection that's coming your way. You need to pay close attention to the quality of your relationships and the company that you keep and the people that you entertain. I feel like you're really needing to focus on saying some shit with your chest, telling your truth, being direct, being forthright, establishing boundaries. A lot of confusion can be cleared by way of articulating what you really feel. A lot of mental fog can dissipate by way of you sitting and being with yourself versus distracting yourself and dissociating. This is Aquarius energy, and your ruling planet Pluto is there, and it's going to go back in Capricorn in September and then come back full time into Aquarius in November, where it will be for the next 20 years. Pluto will be in Aquarius until 2043. So you're about to get hella acquainted with Aquarian energy. And Aquarians have that, like, don't take this the wrong way, but like this like weird autistic like ability to just like say whatever. They just like, and that's why they're like considered like the weirdos, of the zodiac. They have access to an emotional detachment that I feel like does fucking wonders for them. And they're able to be really authentic in a way that most people struggle with because of that detachment from what other people think or how other people will respond. They tend to be extremely true to themselves, in a way that I feel like Aquarians are selfish the way that people think Aries are selfish. There's like a certain level of like self-centeredness that gets mistaken for Aries energy when it's really Aquarius energy. And it's interesting that I'm saying that because the Fool's at the bottom of the deck, and this is an Aquarian card, but it's often associated with Aries because it's the first card in the zodiac. I mean, the first card in the major arcana, where Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. But this card is ruled by Uranus. This is an Aquarius card. And so the energy of Leo season has a lot to do with you reacquainting yourself to faith. There's all this new potential. There's all of this emotional baggage that you have the ability to offload and get out of your perspective so that you can be willing to take the leap of faith, so that you can let yourself be guided by the Most High, be guided by the divine, be guided by the God of your understanding. With the Emperor reversed as the first card out, it's time to clarify your ability to harness your energy. This is the season of I will. You need to be able to harness your willpower into somewhere specific, and you got to get clear about what that something specific is. And it can't just be your fucking relationship. It can't just be your fucking wedding or your fucking marriage or your fucking engagement or your church or your schooling or the community that you've built. Like, you are a multifaceted person, and you're meant to have a multitude of interests and be able to do a multitude of things. And it feels really important to stop putting so much energy into just one basket. Like you're putting all of your eggs into this one basket. And I'm just nervous that it's going to backfire on you. What do you, there's like a zooming out that needs to happen. And I feel like Mars in Gemini is going to help you zoom out and really evaluate your thought processes. Mars in Gemini is going to help you to be way more social. All of these cards, though, are very solitary. And it's like, are you sad or are you just isolating yourself? Are you sad or have you ignored all of your friends and your passions and your hobbies and the things they used to do? And you're like dealing with the repercussions of that, you know? Leo season has, I don't know if it's just because I'm about to start my period or something like, but I feel like this Leo energy that I've been in has been very cutthroat. It's just like, these are the messages, these are the truths. I don't really give a shit about how you feel. This is what it is. Eat the meat, leave the bones. If it hurts your feelings, I am not necessarily sorry. Because if it hurt your feelings, then I'm doing my job and I struck a nerve. And some of you feel that way, or some people feel that way about you. And you feel that way about some other people. And I just feel like you need to let yourself really mature and grow up and say what the fuck needs to be said and listen to the people that you trust and interact. There's going to be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that I feel like grows in importance to you. You may start off opposing this person or thinking that they're immature. You may meet this person on social media or online or in some sort of way, but I feel like they grow in importance because of how they talk. I also just heard "as above, so below," and the real quote is, "the above is of the below and the below is of the above." And it's important for us to get a clearer understanding that the micro is of the macro and the macro is of the micro. The little is of the big and the big is of the little. The parts are of the whole and the whole is of the parts. I don't know why I'm getting all aggro with you. It's this this Emperor reversed energy. I'm an Aries, so maybe that's what it is. But there could just be something that rubs you the wrong way, or you are noticing that you are more agitated or aggressive than you normally are, and you need to check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself. I feel like I said that to Virgo too. So zooming out a little bit, there may be somebody with Aries or Scorpio placements, or you yourself, that is struggling with emotional regulation and or anger. There may be somebody of a moral authority or someone with Taurus placements that's playing a big role in your life or going to be impacting your life. Education, commitment, traditions, conformity, communities, and seeking out the keys to wisdom is really, really important this season. With the 10 of Wands being at the center of the reading, I feel like some of you may be turning your back on this relationship, turning your back on school, turning your back on getting that certification, or finally you did it and it's taking you off somewhere. It's setting you off on a path that you didn't expect, and you may be feeling very uncertain, kind of lost in the sauce, in some sort of a way. But I feel like don't give up, keep at it, keep your eye on the prize, and you will level up. You will become so much more masterful in your intellect and how you manage people, how you talk to people. Some of you are managers or bosses, and there's employees that are complaining about you, complaining about your attitude or something of that nature. And they may not be wrong. You may need to fucking check yourself. Some of you are also managers and like authorities in your work, and there are people who are like tattletaling, and like those people are gonna out themselves, those people. So don't worry about it. I just feel like make sure you're doing your best to do right by people and to do right by yourself and do right by the business, mind the company, that you keep. Mind the business that's yours, mind the business that pays you, and whatever else. Ultimately, don't be a groupie, keep it fucking moving. I'll see you over on Patreon. I want to clarify these cards. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Check the description box below. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.